Welcome to Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. As far as our opening hand goes, yes, we will keep on this one. This is, I'd like to see some mana dorks to work out well with Kinnan, or at least some mana rocks, but we've got some card advantage in Jace, and we will certainly do that. So we're going to keep on this one. Let's get our graveyard popped up. There we go. It always bothers me we don't have our graveyard popped up. That looks a lot better. But yes, welcome to Kinnan. Hope you're excited to play some Simic. If you've got your Sound the Simic alarms on your score sheet at home, you can definitely click on it. So there we go. I mean, you not click on it. I mean, you could technically click on it, but with your finger. But yes, you can check that box off on your scorecard. So I'm playing against Thrun. So let's see if our opponent wants to. There we go. Let's go and lead off with. I guess at this point we'll just go and lead off with Flooded Strand. Let's go ahead and crack Flooded Strand. Grab ourselves a blue-green source. Let's grab that breeding pool. That way we can have that come into play tap, not going to pay 2 life. And then anything else, we're going to pass it over to our opponent. We're playing Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. Then for a 7 mana activation, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's have Botanical Sanctum come down. Yeah, that Soul Ring that's pretty nice. We like that. Yeah, we'll have Botanical Sanctum come down. That's going to be Soul Ring. And then let's go for Farhaven Elf. And let's get that mana going. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. So let's have Farhaven Elf come down. We're going to grab ourselves a basic forest. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Yes, we definitely want to use that ability. Yeah, this deck is mainly green, kind of splashing blue almost in a way. So pretty much always going to be grabbing a basic forest, and then anything else pass it back over to our opponent. So playing against Thrun, the last troll, commander. Not commander. I'm Ron Burgundy. This spell can't be countered. Yeah, just totally just read that like that. This spell can't be countered, hexproof. Then for a 2 mana activation, regenerate Thrun. I can't stop laughing about I'm Ron Burgundy. Who put a question mark on the teleprompter? But yes, for 2 mana activation, regenerate Thrun, the last troll. So there we go. Ooh, we run into Fierce Empath. So let's have Island come down. Let's go for Kinnan. Yeah, I think that's good, because we do want to get some sort of action moving on our side of the battlefield. Let's grab ourselves a Fierce Empath. That way we can grab. We've got some pretty good options up here, and we're going to get a little bit of extra mana too, with that Soul Ring tapping down from Kinnan, which is always nice. So let's go for Fierce Empath. Yes, definitely want to use that ability, and let's get this popped out. And I think at this point, probably going to go for Tishana, because yeah, I mean this deck is just a card draw deck. That's pretty much what we want to have happen. So anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. We could swing in with Farhaven Elf, but we want to kind of leave that on the battlefield for a card draw. So we did cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors. TCG Player, if you go to bit.ly/Jolt MTG, that will apply my affiliate link. That way, if you want to get some cards, you can help support the channel at the same time. So if you do that, hey, much obliged. I would certainly appreciate it. Also, let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders. If you go to MTGOTraders and you want to get Kinnan and you get some mana dorks and you want to have a lot of fun getting extra mana, well, MTGOTraders will take care of you. Also, let's give a quick shout out to ingaming.com/Jolt. If you're in the market for a playmat, they will certainly take care of you. Got a lot of good options out there. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to support cool content like this, hey, there's a link down in the description below. And if you do that, once again, much obliged. So thank you for keeping score at home. It's officially free time. Let's do it. And we've got a Tishana coming down, which I'm pretty excited. Ooh. That's going to be Thrix. Okay, so I think we just end up going to Shauna, because we want to make a couple lane drop. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 from Soul Ring. Oh, that feels good. And that's going to be just enough for Tishana. I like it. All right, so it's going to enter the battlefield. We're going to draw a card for each creature that we control, and we have no maximum hand size, which is a nice thing. So that's going to be 4 card draw. Let's see if we can't get a land drop. Oh, yeah, that was good. So, and I think what we'll end up dropping in is going to be Wooded Foothills. Yeah, because we just don't really have that much of a way to kind of, we don't have any brainstorm effects. So, anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So now Thrun does not have trample. All right, so that puts us in a pretty good spot. So, anything else, we're going to pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, as far as this build of Kinnan, this is Primal Surge Kinnan. I went to go build Kinnan, and I didn't know. I don't know if I said this, but it's officially free time. Now we can have some fun. I think I said that. I've recorded a couple of videos this morning, so I always like saying, at least seeing that, saying it. But yeah, with this Kinnan, this is Primal Surge Kinnan. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can take Kinnan. It's just basically a value commander. You've got this commander that amplifies all of your different things like that. And so all your mana rocks and your mana dorks. And I was like, well, what works out well? Well, let's just go for Primal Surge. So here we are. We've arrived at Simic Primal Surge. As you can tell, we have Henry's favorite card in here, Laboratory Maniac. We need to have some sort of win condition if we're going for Primal Surge. We can also go for just kind of like a small. Ooh, we can also go for a just kind of like a value Primal Surge until we run into Crater Hoof if we're not trying to go for Laboratory Maniac. And so that's another option that we can have. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight how. I don't know. It just I didn't know where to take it, and I didn't want to just build this like just straight Simic value deck, and so I just wanted to see what sort of fun shenanigans we can get into. So the good thing is that Thrun is 6/4. It does have trample. We've got Tashana sitting over here at a 7/7, which is a pretty good feeling. Okay, so that's gonna be Elvish Reclaimer, and I think we just go Jace. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we did have the fetch land. We should have held on to the fetch land for Jace. So that's a little bit of a sequencing error on my part because we could have used that with Jason Mind Sculptor. So let's go and go for the 0 ability. We're going to draw 3 cards and then look at the. Just looking for Primal Surge at this point right now. Let's go and put 2 cards back on top. We'll go and put Island. We'll put Forest back on top. Let's go for Elvish Reclaimer. And that still gives us access to Elvish Archdruid. Yeah, I think that'll be good because that'll really open us up on mana next turn. So we'll have Elvish Archdruid come down. And then we could still end up going for Jace. And then what we can do with Elvish Reclaimer, if we don't want to end up, actually, we'll make the lane drop. Let's have Boseiju come down. I'm not really worrying about any sort of counter magic from our opponent, but, you know, it's always nice to get it down. And then we're not going to swing in with Tashana, so we're simply just going to go and pass the turn. Now, if they want to swing in with Thrun, we're going to have to toss a lot of blockers in front of it. Jace, the Mind Sculptor, is going to allow us to dig for Primal Surge when we're looking for it. But if they want to try to take it out, I think that's going to be okay because the cool thing about this deck is that even if we don't get a Primal Surge going, one of the things that we can do is just basically just flood the board with a bunch of creatures. You know, kind of at the foundation is this kind of Simic elf tribal in a way with value creatures sprinkled in. And so it just kind of depends on what sort of build that what kind of board state we get going. But yeah, at the core, it's basically going to be a little bit of elf tribal, which is always kind of nice. All right, so it's going to be double sapling tokens on the battlefield. Thrun's going to have double trample, which is pretty nifty. And yeah, we'll see if we want to end up stopping. I mean, because Tashana is nice in that, okay, they're not going to swing in. We'll take that because they don't have the mana to regenerate on Thrun with it sitting at a 6/4. So that'll be good. Let's see. And we're going to go for this Elvish Reclaimer during our upkeep. So that's going to be 1, 2. And I think what we'll do is we'll just sacrifice this island. All right, so we're going to search our library for a lane card, and what we'll probably end up doing is just grabbing like Ancient Tomb or something. But what this is going to allow us to do, this is going to allow us to shuffle our library up for Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is pretty good. All right, so we run into Command Tower. Let's go for the 0 ability. Draw 3 cards, put 2 cards back. Teferi and Nimble Obstructionist. Let's put Forest and then Island back on top. Let's make the Command Tower and land drop. And I guess at this point, probably... because eventually we do want to start swinging in, and if we just start swinging in the air, I think that's going to be pretty good. We've got double flash, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is going to be just enough for Thrix and Nimble flashing in, or even with Midlothian click. So, and also we've got the extra mana with Elvish Archdruid. So, yeah, and I think at this, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 4 total elves. So I don't really think there's anything that we need to do right now for 4 mana. Yeah, we're pretty much open. Our entire hand almost has. Yeah, our entire hand does have flash other than Laboratory Maniac. So not going to swing in. We'll kind of deploy out the flying crew that we've got going. The only downside is we need, if we're going to flash everybody in, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've only got 4 total blue sources. So we'll have to figure out exactly what we end up grabbing. But at least we can go and flash these creatures in and have, ooh, canopy cover. Now, one thing that we can do with that canopy cover is we can drop in Venser, return the canopy cover to our opponent's hand, and when we do that, that'll keep it open for, blocking with something like Tishana. They do have the activated ability of regenerating if they want to, so it kind of makes that play not seem that much fun. I'd almost rather just kind of drop some creatures out and see where we can kind of branch out from there. All right, this is going to be Snake Umbra, this is going to be Totem Armor, and that's going to be an extra card draw. So we do, we do have a nice board state. But with Thrun out there, that is it's a pretty sizable threat. So as long as we can just kind of flood creatures on the board, I feel like we'll be in a pretty good spot. Okay, so we got old Thrun swinging in. Swinging in at Jace is going to have Trample. We're going to have to toss the entire crew at this one. Yeah, I think we just end up doing this. So let's go double blue. Let's flash in Thrix. And then let's go for Vendilion Click. Yeah, I think that'll be a good option. Let's go Vendilion Click. And they do have 6 cards in the hand. They've been drawing a lot of cards from Island of Blossom, so I wouldn't mind kind of seeing what they've got cooking in the kitchen over there. So let's look at our opponent, see what they got going on in their hand, and then next turn we can kind of figure out some stuff with Venser or Teferi. So let's get this popped out. That's going to be Hydra's Growth, Harmonize, Strata, Colossal Majest. I think with Trample out there in well, we sent Hydra Growth back. Okay, that's a bummer. I was just trying to simply just make it a little bit bigger. So that stinks. All right, so we got Thrun swinging in at Jace. We're going to go and let Jace swing in and let them take care of Jace. But yeah, we put Hydra Growth on the bottom, which is not the worst thing. I was kind of considering going for Strata, but that was just a little bit of a misclick, unfortunately, on my part. So... but that happens sometimes. So let's see what we rip into for the turn. We are out of kind of card draw sources at this point, and that's going to be an island. So let's drop in island. Yeah, I think we just start pushing in at this point. I mean, we kind of need to. Let's go and swing in with Elvish Reclaimer. Let's swing in with Vendilion Click. Let's swing in with Thrix. And then I think we're just going to leave everybody that's kind of less, about 2 or less, just on back duty. So there we go. All right, so we're going to be swinging in. That's going to be 7. That's going to be 11. That's going to be 15 coming across. So we've actually got 2 swings from our board state. Unless they start tossing some blockers in front of it. But at least we're going to be able to start chipping away. So that's going to be 7 in the air. That's going to put them down to 23. And then we've got everybody flash on the back end. So, we're just going to wait on this, especially with Teferi. So that'll really work out, and pass it back over to our opponent. So with Nimble, if they end up going for some sort of activated ability or triggered ability, at least we can cycle Nimble to counter that. If not, we're probably going to be flashing in Nimble to be another threat in the air. That's going to allow us at 10 damage. It almost kind of turns the clock up to a 2-turn clock. And so, but yeah, as far as Primal Surge with the deck, we don't really have a lot of ways to find Primal Surge. I did do some research. I built the deck yesterday, and so I was doing some research on how to find Primal Surge in Simic colors. There's just not a lot of tutor sources in Simic. New Horizons, put a +1 counter on target creature. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's good. One play that we do have is we can flash in Venser. So if we flash in Venser, we can flash in Canopy Cover, and that does allow us to kind of get around that reach part. But I think Nimble's going to be a better option instead of going for that +1 counter. But yeah, as far as searching for Primal Surge, we do have Ring of 3 Wishes in here, which does allow us to find Primal Surge. I might end up adding Tamio's Journal. We do have Tireless Tracker in here. And then with that, what we can do is we can get those clue tokens going, and that allows us to find some stuff. But yeah, unless I just straight up miss something, I'm pretty sure there's not any direct non-instant or sorcery ways to find a instant or sorcery in Simic that's, not a spell or whatever. So, all right, so it's going to be +1/+1 with Trample. All right, so they're catching another card draw. I just want to make sure that we can, because one of the downsides about Thrun being Enchantress Thrun is that it's going to be really hard to deal with. And that's going to be Colossal Majesty. And that's going to be an you can just see where Enchantress just goes to town on decks. Like, I mean, it is just that's one of the reasons why whenever a new set comes out, I'm always like, yes, Please give me all the enchanters because it's just so fun having access to just such insane card draw. You can see our opponent was stuck on 2 or 3 lands very early on, and they have definitely rebounded from that. So, but yeah, we're pretty much going to be dumping out our flash hand next turn. So it's going to give us the option to hopefully kind of slow roll this just a little bit. Now we could hold on to Vincer if we want to get rid of that Fist of Ironwood. They are down on mana. If we get rid of the... All right, so they're actually not going to swing in because they don't want to get hit. So that's actually going to work out really well for us. So, and they're not... They don't have the regenerate mana. So let's do this. So let's go for Vincer. Actually, we'll flash in Nimble. And we can go for a Kinnan activation too. What we may end up doing is just seeing if we can't grab like a Crater Hoof or a Thunderfoot Baloth the next turn. I mean, yeah, especially once we dump all of our creatures. So let's do that. That's going to be triple blue, not triple white. And that's going to cut us off Vincer. But at least with Vincer, we can use that next turn to send back a creature. Yeah, I think that'll work out. So let's grab that last mana. Let's flash into Fairy. And then once we do flash into Fairy, that'll allow us to flash in Laboratory Maniac. So there we go. Worked out pretty well. And we'll just go for Ancient Tomb. There we go. Tap down Ancient Tomb for 2. That's going to be Laboratory Maniac. That should be it on blue mana. So, all right, so let's go to our draw step, see what we rip into. That is going to be a forest, which is not exactly what we wanted to see. So let's just go and go for some Kinnan activations. Look at the top 5 cards of our library. That's going to be 1, 2, 3... There we go. Almost forgot about these activations. Let's be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we still got Elvish Archdruid. So, all right, we're going to go for a Kinnan activation. See if we can't find some sort of win condition to kind of amplify this. We got Crater Hoof hoofing around. Oh, that's, yep, no cards to choose from. Let's go for another Kinnan activation. That was a little bit of a bummer on that one. And then we'll tap down for one more. That's going to actually, we'll sequence this just a little bit better. We're going to tap down Elvish Archdruid. Let's go for one more Kinnan activation. And that's going to be blue and then green. There we go. And that's still going to keep us open on Vincer. So let's see if there's another 5 cards. We've got like 40 creatures in here. Okay, Beast Whisperer. A little late to the party, partner, but we will take it. And then let's go ahead and push in. So if we swing in with the entire crew, they've got 4 blockers. So let's say that they end up blocking... We're going to be able to get in the air. Yeah, I think at this point, I don't really... We just don't have a huge threat on the battlefield. So let's just go and push in with our flying threats at this point. And if we need to chump block, we certainly can. So swing in with 3x, Vanillion Click, Nimble, and then nothing else has flying that I'm missing. Because then everything else is going to get chewed up by Thrun. So yes, let's just do that. All right, so we're just going to go and push in. That's going to be 10 in the air. It's going to put them down to 13. And then that makes it just a little bit easier for us next turn to hopefully go for some more Kinnan activations or finally find that Primal Surge. So there we go. Knock them down to 13. And then anything else passes back over to our opponent. So if they do end up tapping down on green mana, we do have Vincer bouncing back the, where is it? Snake Umbra. That's going to get rid of that Totem Armor. So that'll at least allow us to possibly get rid of Thrun. But at this point, with Thrun only sitting at a 9/7, and us having so many threats on the battlefield, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. And then next turn, if we want to end up going for an alpha swing, that'll end up working out. Because we could either Vincer... Because right now we can just take the hit from Thrun. You know, that's not the end of the world. There's no commander damage on us. We can make this work. So we can Vincer in just another creature, and that should be enough to kind of overwhelm our opponent. So now if I did miss earlier, you know, let's say we had an alpha swing last turn and I could have closed it out. Hey, sorry if I missed it. This is the first game that I'm recording with Kinnan, and especially when you have a weird version of Kinnan, which is, you know, Primal Surge Kinnan. So, all right, so it's going to be Strata. That's what I was trying to take earlier with with our Vanillion Click trigger. So now once they do end up putting Strata onto Thrun, that at least gives us the option to bounce that back. So that's going to kind of send the signal that the coast is clear for them to swing in. And then once we have that, oh yeah, because look at that, that's 18-16. I mean, we can almost take this hit. We're at 24. That puts us down to 6. That's 18 commander damage. If they have some sort of pump spell, we can always flashing in response to that. So yeah, I think we still just go and let them come in. I mean, because it's almost better served that we Venser one of our opponent's creatures. That way we can kind of free it up for us to swing it. But look at that Thrun. Oh man. That's a beautiful Thrun. This is what Voltron's all about. You've got Rancor, you've got Fist of Ironwood, Canopy Cover. Cannot stress how good Canopy Cover is. If you like Voltron or if you like swinging with big creatures, Canopy Cover is such a good card. So, Epic Proportions. This is going to be +5/+5 with Trample. Okay, we're going to let that go on through. Because once we bounce Strata back, that's kind of going to get this commander tax down just a little bit lower. And as far as the regenerate ability on Thrun, I think they're completely tapped out. We're just staring down an Elvish Mystic. So if we want to divvy up some blocks that way, we certainly can. All right, so we got old Thrun swinging in. Let's go for Venser. Yeah, because with Strata, that's gonna work out. Even if we're taking a little bit of a hit with Boseiju. So add that mana to our mana pool. Let's have old Venser come in. We're going to get a card draw from Beast Whisperer, which is always nice. Then let's have a Venser come down, Guardian Project, and then we'll have Venser come down, bounce that Strata back to our opponent's hand. There we go. Send Strata back. That's going to get rid of that Exile Forest and just knock that, basically just get it out of commander damage range, which is exactly what we need. So, all right, so bounce that back. That's going to put it down to 14. They still have Totem Armor, so we're just going to let this hit swing in, so we're fine with that. And then we'll see what we rip into. We've still got at least, that's going to put us down to 8. We're still going to have some pretty good activations off Kinnan, at least 2 more activations. Between us hitting 5 lands off that last Kinnan, because we are running a very high amount of creatures in here, so we should be able to find some sort of threat, hopefully. So let's see what we rip into. That's going to be Tree Speaker. And yeah, let's do it. Let's go for Kinnan activations. That's one of the good things about a commander like this is when you get to late game, even no matter what sort of game plan you're going for, Kinnan's going to make sure that you can get it done. So, or at least it just gives you something to do in Simic color. So look at the top 5 cards of our list. Find that Crater Hoof. Okay, Riverwise Augur. That's actually pretty good. We'll put Riverwise on the battlefield. That'll allow us to draw just a little bit. And then we can also potentially set up a Riverwise Augur trigger. So, ooh, yeah. Let's put a Thornwood Falls, and we'll put a Priest of Titania on top. Let's go for Scalding Tarn. That way, because we know what's on top, we're going to go ahead and crack Scalding Tarn. And then let's grab ourselves an island. Let's tap down Elvish Archdruid. Because they only have 3, 1, 2, 3. And then let's go for another Kinnan activation. And then Reclamation Sage. Okay, so Tatyova actually does work out. We get some pretty good card advantage, but we're just going to go Reclamation Sage on this one. Have Reclamation Sage enter the battlefield. I think what we'll do is we'll pop this +5/+5 and Trample. So there we go. All right, now we should be able to just swing in with the entire crew on this one. There we go. So get rid of that Colossal Enchantress. Yes, definitely use that ability. And then let's just go ahead and push in with the crew because they've got 3 blockers, so we should be able to... I think, yeah, push past on this one. Yeah, because we've got at least all creatures swing in. Everybody's going. Because in the air, we've got Nimble Extractionist for 3, 6 with Vendilion Click. That's going to be 10 with Thrix. And then, yeah, we've got more than enough on that. We should have more than enough on the bottom to close it out. So, hey, good game to our opponent on this one. Thrun kind of made us sweat for a little bit. Unfortunately, we didn't get any awesome Kinnan activations or we didn't get to go for Primal Surge. But you can see where, even late game, just having this motley crew of creatures, just getting them out there, being able to go for these activations really does help you out. So, maybe not the most potent showing of Kinnan, but, still did its job in that late game. Even if you can't go for plan A, you can go for plan B, and that's just going for these Kinnan activations. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.